gone. There you go.
Welcome back here inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's first game matchup between the Winston-Salem Whalers. They'll be starting out on the left side of your screen. They come in tonight with a 4-4 record, and even 500 of that with 8 points. That puts them third place in the division. To the right, that's going to be the Mighty Ducks. They sit 8-0. They've been perfect. 16 points on the season. As for the Ducks, they've scored 40 goals, only giving up 11 on the season. Comparing that to the team captained by Ted Hamilton, that being the Whalers, they've scored 37 while giving up 34. The main difference coming in tonight is definitely going to be the two netminders. To the left, it's going to be Jack Dodd rocking in the number 91 jersey. 34 goals against for a .425 goal against average. And to the right, it's going to be Daniel Gumfret. After missing last week, had 7 goals against for a 1.00 goals against average. Some of the names to be heads up about here tonight, starting off with the Ducks. One of those being Joel Major. 7 goals, 1 assist for 8 points on the season. Andy Hill has 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points. That's knotted him up alongside of Bill Schroeder, number 76, 5 goals and an assist. To the left for the Whalers, it's going to be Spencer Claus, 10 goals and 5 assists for 15 points. Ryan Ray behind him has 9 goals and 3 assists. That's going to put him up for 12 points. And up behind him, it's going to be a toss-up between Ben Hauser with 2 goals and 4 assists. A playmaker at that. On the other side, it's going to be Ethan Cart, number 6, has 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points. Looking at the scoring leaders coming into tonight, it's going to be Seth Crow on top. He's with Team Goldberg. That's going to be the Zoo Ponies, the Zom Ponies, that is, playing in game number 2 here tonight. 12 goals, 3 assists for 15 points. That's got them all knotted up with Spencer Claus here for the Whalers. Once again, 10 goals, 5 assists. 2 fellow teammates, that is. Ryan Ray, Josh Claus will follow him up. And then it's just a whole bunch of different guys. Between the Guppies, Polar Bears, and one up from the Golden Squad, that's the Firestorm. Blake Zobrist, 7 goals, no assist on the season. If we got a quick chance here between the Whalers and Ducks, we'll see what the season comes out to being between these two. The most recent matchup was on November 23rd. That was a 6-0 final in favor of the Ducks. And that has been all they've played so far up to this point. It's just been that one matchup on November 23rd. That was a second game matchup, so the 10 o'clock start, that being on Sunday, November 23rd. 2 goals in every period. Major, guard, Baptist, Schroeder, guard, and then Church. Third period got a little chippy between that one. That was with the 3 penalties all coming at once at the 10:37 mark. Rough on Schroeder, slash on Ted Hamilton, and Nate Baptist ended up getting a cross-checking. 2 for the Ducks, 1 for Hamilton. And we'll see what all comes here into game number 1 here tonight between the Whalers and Ducks. It's going to be a battle of the 4-4 Whalers up against the 8-0 Ducks. Give ourselves 20 minutes here up on the boards as we get set to get things going between Jack Dodd and Daniel Gumfret. The 2 captains here for this squad is going to be Andy Hill, number 42 for the Ducks, and then 76 for Ted Hamilton. Just a couple more moments here before we get started. What? Penalty box closing here on this near side, waiting for the game puck to make its way back onto the ice. One good thing here about PHA is if we ever run out of the pucks, or game pucks that is, no special logos, doesn't matter, we'll just use one straight out of the penalty box. As we set to get things ready here in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena, it looks like it's going to be Noah Clark set to start things off here for the Whalers. Puck's dropped and away we go. All the way back defensively for Major. Going to work it up on the near side, trying to get it over for Wattrup. It's a turned over for Vale, down on the near side, looking for goal number 2 on the season. That's going to go on net of Gumfret and clear it up to the far side corner. The past few weeks here for the Ducks, they've had a couple close games. But the thing that's ended up hurting the visiting teams on those was that third and final period. Teams just run out of steam at that point, and Hamilton squad here, that being the Whalers, have seen it already once so far in the season, losing 6-0 as a shot from Watchup just escaped the goal line as they're still fighting after it with Dodd outside of the crease. Behind the net, trying to find one on the near side, over for Wattrup. A little bit of chaos here as it comes up top. Ducks fire one on, goes off a body out in front. Got a piece of that one. Appeared to be number 19 of the Ducks, that being Paul Elston, who's looking to get his second goal of the season as Wattrup gets a turnover down low, working it away from Hauser. Takara trying to work it out to center as it goes out for 39 of Daniel Pilhorn. He has 1 goal and assist on the season, although not all that many. Comparing that over to the Firestorm, you'd be just about third in points. Nearly a chance there for Wattrup to get a turnover right in front of the net. Would have been his 5th goal of the season. Major not able to hold on the blue line, just a tad bit off sides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off here coming up on this near side in front of the penalty boxes. 18-12 to go here in this first period. So far, 2-1 is your shots on goal in favor of the Mighty Ducks. Going to be Ryan Ray going up against Doug Langford. Ray able to win this back, but win it back just a tad too far as Hawk's going to have to take it back behind his net of Jack Dodd. Centering feed finds Claus. 1 touches it forward. Church nearly able to get the turnover as Claus is going to work it forward into the attacking zone, but Claus will work it, apologies there, as that was Clark. Work it right back the other way and just a tad too far out of Hawk's way, as that will have the legs rising just a minute after the last one. As we'll have an offensive zone faceoff here for the Whalers. It's going to be Ryan Ray once again up against Langford. Top point scorer for the Whalers coming up to his right, it's Spencer Claus. 10 goals, 5 assists on the season. Hawk behind him has a pair of 1s. Puck's dropped, trying to get it back over to Hawk as a will rings it around the near side. Just a tad too far out of his reach as Strebe will take it behind the net. Centering feed has a chance here for a breakaway for Alexander. Not able to keep his stick on it, but will take it back behind the net, being pressured by Hawk. He'll find a way to come away with it and works it up high. Just out of the zone as it's going to be worked down low for Claus. Claus nearly had a chance to make it a 1-on-1. As here comes Ryan Ray, 2-on-2. Drops it down for Claus. Has some real estate. Trying to throw one up high against Gumfret. Claus going 1-on-0 against Gumfret. 9 times out of 10 will not work. So try to throw, apologies there, try to throw a pass up high. End up getting tipped as Alexander throws one high over the crossbar as the Ducks will that's thrown down length of the net there. Apologies there. Mage is the first one there to touch it up. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for the Ducks. Still in a scoreless game here, 4 minutes into this first period. Shots on goal still 2-1 in favor of the Ducks. It's going to be Alexander going up against, I believe, Hamilton, indeed so. From the point, trying to throw a shot on. It's going to go behind the net. Ducks able to come away with it, trying to play it back to himself, Sagire. Able to get it around Vale and back out to the point. A defensive zone turnover there for the Whalers isn't something they're going to want here, especially against the first place Ducks. As Vale will work it up forward just out of the reach of Cohen. That'll hit the blue line. Trying to throw it down. Cohen still with it. Gonna leave it for Vale. Backhanded pass just went through the skates of two attacking Ducks. As a backhanded shot from Hamilton goes off a body out in front and thrown right back the other way. Schroeder racing against Karp with it as he'll throw it down the near side for Vale. As Hamilton playing up the near side half boards. We'll give it right back up to Cohen. Trying to drop it down low, but nobody home. Ducks able to pick up the real estate as it's Major from the left circle, skating in, trying to drop a centering feed for Schroeder. Got to stick to it. Puck still just sitting in front of the slot. Billhorn from the slot gets a blocked shot out in front for the Whalers. They'll take it right back the other way. Have a man down low, and so they'll try and jump it at Vale. It was in the middle of a 1-on-3 opportunity. Aja, right place at the right time behind the net, trying to work it down on the near side. Got it tipped to it, but it's still able to get over to Baptist. We've seen the puck so far once on the night. That's very far offsides. Draws the whistle for an offsides. That being Schroeder just past the blue line down low. 14:08 to go here in this first period. Langford not able to win the puck back here as it got tied up. Down low for the Ducks, trying to chip it off the far side half boards. Got a stick tied up as it's down low for Langford, who took the draw, able to not hold that in on sides as its near side referee had his arm up the entire way. And up high, believe that could have been Schroeder. Was just offsides, played it. So we'll have another neutral zone faceoff here. Have not had a shot on goal here in a while. As that's going to go down. Played with a friendly stick, so no icing. Back behind the net to pick it up are the Ducks. Of one forechecking there as it was Schmidt. We played up high. Possibility here for an icing. Indeed so. Not able to beat the puck. Apologies here, trying to see the number. It looks to be 19 of Paul Elston. Off the faceoff here, coming down low are the Ducks. It's Eric Church chipping it forward for Langford. Has Waltrip down low. Thought about giving to up, still has it. Back check to side. Savannah Hall able to negate the shot. Trying to spin around is Elston. Puck comes down low for Koichi. Trying to chip it forward, nearly turned over, and it is Waltrip. We'll leave it for Langford. Back over for Waltrip down the corner. Schmidt pinching him off. Centers it. Here's a chance. Langford shot. Pad save. Rebound comes down low into the corner. Jack Dott just barely able to keep that one out of the net with his right pad. Keeps this a scoreless game at 0. 8 minutes that is into this first period. Church up high. Now got a turnover as it's down low. Just able to get a stick on it was Koichi. Would have been a one-on-one opportunity for Wattrub. We'll have to regain back in the neutral zone. Hawk fires one up high, not able to get a stick to it. I believe that was number 9 of Ben Hauser. Regardless, no icing here as both guys, Hawk, Hauser, and myself, thought that was going to go down the length of the ice for an icing. Vale takes it to himself and chips it out to the neutral zone, able to pick it up with Church. And he'll fire right on net. That's going to go on goal of Dodd. He'll have to play it into the corner. Trying to catch him sleeping back in the net. That was a shot from the center red line. Over skates it's Alexander diving after Koichi. Fires one on the backhand while he was still down on the ice. Just now getting up was Koichi. Down low, turned over. Vale able to keep it in. Major trying to clear that one out. As now it's down low for Alexander. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Alexander down low from left hash mark. Shoot, scores! Able to fire this one home and gets an early 1-0 lead First goal of the night goes to Wes Alexander. Fires this one in right over the right pad and underneath the blocker. First goal here coming right at the 9.5 mark of period number 1. Once again goes to the Mighty Ducks, taking a 1-0 lead here early in the first. The one to respond here is between Ryan Ray and Spencer Claus. Chipped off, it was Ray as it's thrown right back out into center. Down low, waiting to retouch in on sides was Carp. Rung down low, Major able to pinch it off as it's worked down low for Strube. Strube taking it in down low on the near side. Baptist, that is, will ring it up top for Clark. For a second, yeah. Centers it. Clark, apologies, Vale trying to clear it out at danger as a man calling for it up top, but it's not a friendly man. It's a Mighty Duck as Vale falls on top of it. Puck still loose, so no whistle. If he ended up covering it, could have been a penalty for closing on the puck. Josh Claus away with it. Tried to trip it down low for Carp. Instead, it comes down low for Spencer Claus. Baptist goes after a man as it comes back down low, trying to chip it forward to himself as Carp. Instead, it comes back down low for Major. Major looking for his 8th goal of the season, works it up high for Alexander. Shot! Looking for goal number 2, goes right off the left post. Just about how he got goal number 1 on the near side. Going to be a foot race down the other way. Here comes Ray having to beat one. Chips it back, but not able to hold possession as Pillhorn takes it away down in the near side corner. Nearly too many men having to wait to retouch back in on sides. They cannot. Savannah Hall will play this one just past the blue line. 8:25 to go here in this first period. And welcome to the ice, a fellow Whaler. That looks like it's going to be number 53 of Terry Semenchkin. Looking to get his first point of the season as he makes his way to the bench. Going to be chipped down low. Going to be a foot race now. Strube going to take it into the corner. No icing, just able to beat it out from the goal line. Captain the point, Tina Church, fires one on, tipped. Goes off the top post and stays out. What a tip there out in front. I believe that was from Tom Aguirre. Could have been even from Baptist. I'm not too sure. Would have definitely been the goal of the season right there if that found its way to go in. To the neutral zone it goes for Strube. Waiting for Aguirre to get back in on sides as a foot race going up high now between Hamilton and Baptist. Those two went at it back in their last matchup, that being a 6-0 final in favor of the Ducks. Trying to drop it back for Hall. Just able to clear it out as Kurth will work it up high. Trying to deke around Aguirre. Can't as it's worked down low for the Ducks. Schroeder with it, looking for goal number 6. Shot goes high over the crossbar. Far side Aguirre trying to get a centering feed. Once again, it does find the slot, but right into the stick of Ted Hamilton, the captain. Taking it to himself, able to keep it in on sides, as now it's down low for the Ducks. Langford trying to get a centering feed and does. Schroeder with it alongside Tim Hawk, playing it behind the net. Chipping it up high to Aguirre, who's got his first goal of the season just about a week ago now, as well as getting his first assist on the season, giving him 2 points overall. Strube keeps it in for a second as the Whalers lost possession of it, but were able to escape the blue line. Watchup taking it down low from the left circles, fires one that goes wide. Will Church be able to hold this in at the point? He will. Skating in, able to get on one, trying to chip it up forward for Aguirre. Instead, it'll come down low for Ted Hamilton, ringing it off the near side glass. Watchup once again from this left side circle, trying to ring it around as it's over for Hawk. Nearly once again, another defensive zone turnover there. That's been what's hurt him so far, as a shot from Strube nearly found its way into the back of the cage. Once again, another shot there from another opportunity there from Dodd. Blocks that one out. Now he covers the shot from Watchup. Under 6 to go here in the first period. 8-1 shots. Still in favor here of the Ducks. The Whalers have had their opportunities, although getting deep into their offensive zone, not able to pull the trigger, or when they have an opportunity being back-checked from the Ducks, not able to eventually get that shot off. So what I've been able to pick up here so far in the first 14 minutes of the game, get it in and shoot. And just as that, right in front of the net, I believe that was Church, right there in front of the net, able to poke that one home and makes this a 2-0 game. Just a little tipping out in front is all that one took. Once again, it's the man in the red helmet right there, setting up at the right wing position, not able to get his number right yet. Although I should know at this late in the season. Once again, apologies there. Appears to be 19 of Paul Elston. Indeed so, getting his second goal of the season. There's going to be a delayed penalty here. Not sure against who, but we'll find out here. It's going to be against a Whaler. Has a chance here. Shot save made by Dodd. Now pick it up, and it's going to be a rough. It's going to go up against 6 of Carp. Clock's going to stop. 4:18. Once again, that's going to go up against Carp of the Ducks. 2 minutes for roughing. Ooh, apologies there. I'm going to put that up on the wrong side. There we go. Power play opportunity here for the Whalers, and a big power play at that. 2-0 is your score. Major will drop it down low for watch up for Alexander, that is, trying to get a centering feed. Clearing attempt won't go the distance. Up on the far side for Elston. Scored 1 so far. Chipped out in front. Vale will pick it up. And up in the far side corner, Holding clears it down length of the ice. Gumford coming out of his net to play it. Have not had to say Daniel Gumford's name too much here tonight. Apologies here, as I thought it started the clock. I did not. 3:45 to go here in the first period. Up on the far side. To himself, Mage has a man down low. It's Alexander. Chips it down low. Shot! Covered up by Dodd. It may have got a piece of Vale. Alexander thought he had his second goal of the night. What a save by Jack Dodd. Keeps us a 2-0 game here in the first period. 1 minute to go on the penalty to Carp. Once again, that was a roughing call. 3:10 to go here in this first period. I believe that was indeed Baptist was the center. Wins that just a tad too far back, as it's going to be Alexander at the blue line. Going to drop it in deep. Going to be a foot race now between Baptist and now Vale. Vale with it, taking it himself up the far side. Trying to clear it out, and does. Major will intercept the pass in the neutral zone right at the blue line, but once again, not able to hold in on sides. Major drops it down low for Baptist. Has 3 goals on the season. Takes a slap shot. Ends up whiffing on most of it. Now cleared up high. Clark trying to get a shot off. Has a man right in front of the crease. It was Baptist. As Claus will fire this one down. Another kill here now with 7 seconds to go on Carp. What a penalty kill there it's been for the Whalers. On a tip on it. Now we're back 5-on-5. Ted Hamilton with it down at the goal line. Chipping it forward for Claus. Carp is going to go off the ice now. And try and get lines back even. Claus in all alone against Gumford. Shoot! Just sent it wide. As 2 men hit the deck back by the net. Here comes Schroeder down low for the Ducks. He's been the man to take the puck the distance, dropping it back, but just a tad too far as Church wasn't able to hold it on. Working it forward for Claus as they hit the blue line. Has the other Claus down low, cleared out. Here's a chance for Ryan Ray. Shoots! Just sent it wide. Gumford may have got a piece of it. Out to the point. Hawk. Gonna one-touch it forward. Centering feed comes down low. Ray, from a sharp angle, sends it behind the back of the net. And nobody home on the far side besides the neutral zone. As Ray will work it. Apologies there, as that was Hall work it. Back in deep for the Ducks. Claus from the neutral zone. Hits the blue line in on sides. Has the fellow Claus up high. Spencer Claus centers it on the far side. Got a tip. But it just got sent wide with a minute to go in the period. Down low, here's a chance now for Church. It's a 3-on-1. Backhanded opportunity there will be pinched off from Hawk. Stroop up the far side. One touches it from Schroeder, trying to get it to Tom Aggeyer as it's right on top of the Twin City Thunderbirds logo. From the blue line, fires one on. That's going to go wide. Down to 35 seconds to go in the period. Ray fires it into the corner up against Stroop. Ray's going to win the puck battle. Trying to get one out to the point, and Hall is not there to hold on to it. With 24 seconds to go here in the period. Watch up high. Overskates it now with 15. Will try and chip it up to himself. Tries to fire one on now with 10. That goes wide. Ryan Ray into the corner. Gets the turnover. One touches Aggeyer behind the net with 3. To the point it goes. Stroop fires one into some empty space, and that will do it. Here in the first period. 2-0's your score after goals from Wes Alexander and Paul Elston. We'll take a quick 1-minute break here, and we'll be back for the start of period number 2.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Welcome back here to the start of period number 2. Waiting for the referees to make it out of the penalty box. Once again, 2 netminders here tonight. That's going to be Daniel Gumford now on the left side of your screen as the Whalers. Apologies that Tucks will go left to right. Jack Dodd is your netminder for the Whalers. They'll be going right to left. 20 minutes up on the board, and period number 2 of 6 of the night. Game number 2 coming up right after this. It's going to be between the Guppies and the Zomponis. Out in the neutral zone, Pilhorn trying to work it forward, turned over. Here's Ted Hamilton, dekes it to himself, kicks it to himself in front of the net, and down to the corner. Hamilton tripped up, no call. Wanting one was the whole bench. Down the corner it goes between Pilhorn and Hamilton. To the point, coming away with it now were the Ducks, but just a tad too far. Back out to the neutral zone it goes. As Kurth will throw it down to the near side corner. The Ducks still with it. Dropping it back to the corner. Major throws it up high, turned over. Having to wait to retouch back in on sides. Karp still with it. No wonder, so far the only one with a penalty. Now a chance breakaway opportunity here for Major, looking for goal number 8 of the season. Sharp angle behind the net. Stop, centers it. As there is nobody home except for out in the neutral zone, as Pilhorn will ring this around the near side corner. Semenchkin, the late addition here for the Whalers, will pick it up and fire it out into center ice. Chipping it forward is Mage over for Langford. Couldn't hold on to it as here comes Hamilton in a 2-on-2. Fires one as it's chipped into the near side corner. Whalers still with it. Pinching it off was Pilhorn behind the net, ringing it down low, but nobody was there. Don't think that's going to have the legs for icing. Never mind, it will. 18-14 to go here in the second period. Once again, game number 2 is going to come up right around 10:30 here tonight. That's going to be between the Guppies and the Zomponis. Looking at their standing so far on the night, the Guppies currently sit in second with a 5-2 0-1 record for 11 points. Zomponis sit 2 spots behind them, 3-4 0-1 for 7. Hamilton needs a win here to stay in third place if the Zomponis end up finding a way to beat the Guppies in game number 2. Only a 1-point difference. Hall trying to work it out of her own zone, chipping it forward, but nobody was expecting it. As Church will work it back the other way, down to the ice it goes. Vale able to keep it up in the apologies, deep in their own defensive zone. Clear down to the ice for an icing. We'll go back down here to the right. 14-4 shots on goal in favor of the Mighty Ducks here, as they currently lead it in the scoreboard as well, 2-0. Sorry. Okay. No icing here as it's rung down length of the ice. Comfort of his net to play it. Will chip it down low. Cart picks it up but can't hold on to it as Langford will chip it to himself. Going to be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Alexander up high. Here's Langford. Shot. Toe save. And cleared out by Vale. Koichi to the neutral zone. Trying to chip it to himself. Trying to get it around Stroop. He'll pinch it back the other way was Clark. Cleared out to center. One touches it. Down low off the near side half boards. Clark up forward for 9 of Hauser. As it's worked for, that's going to go on net of Gumfret. Won't have to play the puck as it's going to be picked up by 83 of Alexander. Return over there from Hall. Vale, long shot, save, knocks Gumfret down. I'm not sure if Gumfret's feeling all that great here tonight. Played down low in the corner, Vale with it. Just out of his reach, but once again able to keep hold of it as it's back down behind the net for Strube. Chip down to the ice. Will that one go down for icing? Indeed it will. Regardless, Vale. And Church was racing after it like an automatic icing wasn't a thing. 15-10 to go here in the second period. Shots and goal still in favor of the Ducks, 15-5. I burned you? Cart backhands it down low. Claus trying to work it forward. Nearly turned over. Puck's loose from the slot. Sharp angle shot from Ray. Goes off a body out in front. That's it's over for Major. Working it forward. Ducks still with it. Able to get around Ryan Ray. Gonna dump it in from the corner with Schroeder. Up high for Claus. Spinning around, turned over. Here's a Ducks to the point. Major with it. Goes off the body here once again. Here comes Spencer Claus. Has a chance for a 1-on-0 breakaway for 33 of Josh Claus. Looking for goal number 5 of the season. Flashing the leather was Gumfret. Keeps that one out of the back of the net and holds on to it. 14-11 to go here in the period. The Whalers need to keep pressuring those opportunities if they want to find a way to put one across, especially 2. Daniel Gumfret through 7 games played, on average only giving up 1 a game, has 3 shutouts, I believe, on the season. I'm aware of 2. Aguirre working it forward. Man calling for it was Baptist. Tripped up from Hawk. And there's going to be a delayed call. Not sure exactly what that is. As a whistle was blown when the Ducks touched it. It's just going to be an offsides call here with a neutral zone faceoff coming up between Baptist and Ray. Ray able to win this one back against Baptist. Hawk trying to work it out. Kept in from Aguirre. Tipped out in front. Trying to throw it home with Schroeder. Shoot, scores! Had an empty cage on the right side. Fires this one home as Schroeder will get his 6th goal of the season. This one coming in period number 2. 3-0's your score. And now it's about a do-or-die situation for the Whalers. Lost 6-0 back in their one and previous matchup. Gave up 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second, and 2 goals in period number 3 back on that November 23rd game. And so for tonight, And trend staying about the same. 2 goals in the first, and so far 1 here in period number 2. The skates of Langford Semenchkin will fire it down length of the ice. That's not going to be an icing. Strube, the first one to touch up. Back behind the net has Church down low. That's who will decide to give it to. Church trying to chip it out. Turned over. Here's a chance now for Hamilton. Fires a backhanded shot on. That's going to go off the body of Gumfret. Chipped out in front. We had a chance there from Cohen as it's down to the corner. 19 of Elston away with it. Able to deke around a handful as here comes Elston. Can be a 1-on-2. Works it forward of Hawk, but couldn't get around Semenchkin. Nearly turned over as here comes the Whalers. Back the other way, down low for Cohen. Got to stick to it, but couldn't hold on to it. Elston works it forward for Schroeder, and on sides. Church fires one up, got sent wide, trying to look for a rebound back on the far side. Wardrop with it, able to get it around 19 of Kurth. Tipping it out in front, shoots. Got a redirection out in front, possibly comes from Elston. Dodd able to keep this one out. 3-0's your score with 11:10 to go here in the second period. Once again, game number 2 of the night's going to come with a puck drop of around 10:30. Should be starting the stream here right around 10:15 here tonight between the Guppies and the Zomponis. For those that are going to go back here and watch the stream, one of the reasons why last year that I wasn't able to broadcast every single game of the season was due to me being in school at NC State. Well, here on December 4th, I'll be finishing up my final exam, and I will have graduation December 12th and 13th. So if we have any games on December 14th, I will be a graduated man with a bachelor's degree in sports management and a minor in history. Behind the net it goes for Clark up the far side. Alexander trying to clear it out. Whalers get the turnover. Once again, another defensive zone turnover here is Langford trying to fire one on. Clark's going to pick it up and ring it down low for Benhauser. Cleared down with the ice, no icing. Racing after it, Pilhorn and Koichi. Pilhorn just had the distance advantage there as Koichi was chasing hard. Chips it down low and trying to chip it to himself was Maja. He will. Going to be a 4-on-1 against Savannah Hall. Up on the far side, Baptist. Lisa for Langford. Shot blocked out in front. Hall may have got a piece of it. Maja with it from the blue line. Got a tip up on the far side, but no connection. As Alexander was looking for a second goal of the night. Would have been his first goal since the first period. Under 10 to go now in period number 2. Shot! And a glove save from Gumfret. That shot comes off the body of 9 of Benhauser, looking for his 3rd goal of the season. A very sharp angle shot and a sharp shot at that as well. Had some momentum to it. That being the 9th shot on goal here for the Whalers. Pilhorn wins it back now for Maja. Trying to chip it forward as it's able to find Clark. Has a chance now. Battling with it was Karp. As Karp will take it the other way. Hits the blue line from the near side. Skates in. Maja with the poke check. But Karp still able to hold possession. Spinning around. Karp still with it. Fires a shot on. Man hits the ice and there's going to be a penalty. Not sure who that was against. Indirect call at that as well. 8-10's win. Apologies, clock's still running here. It's going to be a tripping call. 8:03 to go as that's going to be against. I believe it's 83 of the Ducks. That's going to be Alexander. Gets the penalty. A big chance here for the Whalers to score 1. Kept in at the point, down low, turned over as Agar will hold on to it and work it down the near side. Here comes Major short-handed. Baptist on the far side. That's who Major was trying to give it to. Had a chance short-handed, working up forward, but that's going to be turned over from Pilhorn in the neutral zone. Down low it goes once again for Major. Turning around with it, Major trying to deke around Claus and Will. Gets around Spencer Claus, heading the blue line down low. Once again, still short-handed here for the Ducks. They're down 4-on-5. Carp picks up the change behind the net. Up the far side for Spencer Claus. Ennis skates, chipping it forward. As the Ducks still able to keep this out of the defensive zone. Schroeder calling for it, but ends up falling down in the process. Fires one on, scores. Believe that was Baptist. A shorthanded goal there increases the lead for the Ducks 4-0. Shot from the blue line, 40 seconds now to go. Here in the penalty, the tripping call against Alexander led to many scoring opportunities here for the Ducks. The Whalers had a solid penalty kill back earlier on in this one. This is going to be cleared down length of the ice. Under 20 to go here in this penalty kill to Alexander. As Alexander will be able to clear the box on the face-off. Face-off's dropped, and we're now back to 5-on-5 hockey. As it seemed that Alexander wasn't needed out on the ice as he was needed back in the box, giving up one shorthanded goal, and now's a chance for Stroop. And all alone against Dodd. Back in a shot, scores! That's his second goal here of the second period. Increases the lead 5-0. Goes forehand backhand underneath the right pad of Jack Dodd. Makes this a 5-0 game here with 5:24 to go in the second period. And that's just blown this game wide open. We've seen weird comebacks here before in PHA. We've seen the Firestorm hold a 3-0 lead and end up still losing in regulation. Although I don't really expect that to be seen here between the Ducks and the Whalers. Ellison up on the far side, trying to get it to Watrub. Able to get around Semenchkin, has two men chasing. It's Langford. Out in the slot, trying to fire one home. Able to come away with it was a Whaler, but not able to clear it out. Bring it down the near side. Semenchkin not able to hold on to it as it's going to be Watrub up the far side. Left circle, battling with it now is Hamilton. Trying to clear it out. Able to find a connecting feed over for Vale. Touches it forward, back for Hamilton. Turned over through the neutral zone. Pitch and catch we go as two men hit the deck back behind the play. It was Hamilton and his other defensive partner. Just able to keep it in was Hamilton. From the left point, fires one on, tipped out in front. Nobody was home on the back door to get the rebound. As Watcher will take it right back the other way for the Ducks. Have two men to his right. Gets around Hall. 3-on-1. A long shot goes wide. Down low for us, and has one goal. That was back in the first period. Major not able to hold on the blue line. Shipping it up on the far side. Not going to be far enough for an icing. Savannah Hall will pick it up in her own defensive zone. Turns around, and here's a chance now for Ted Hamilton. Heading the blue line. Has one chasing hard. Applying the back check. Trying to fire one open in the slot. Instead it comes out from Aja. Aja gets around Hall. 3-on-1 up the far side for Alexander. Shot saved by Dodd. Holding on to it into the trapper. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Alexander has one goal so far in the night. That was back in the first period. Baptist with one. That's in the second period. Bill Schroeder with 2 goals here in the second period. And then Paul Elston has one back in the first, and that's how the 5 goals have been scored so far. To the point, Major. Trying to work it back forward as it's being pinched off with Charles Schmidt. Turned over, goes off a friendly body and out down length of the ice. Going to be a foot race now. Major able to beat around 9 Ben Hauser. Down low for Baptist. He scored one on a redirection out in front. Sharp angle shot goes off the back of the net. Ducks still away with it. Chasing hard, Baptist pinching it off. And backhand it down low. Between a Hall and a Duck. Hall coming around. Baptist with it. Centers it. Trying to get a tip out in front as it comes out to the point. Major shot gets blocked out in front. Schroeder with it at the point. Trying to get a backhand feed as Koichi's able to work it out of the zone. Glove down was 9 of Hauser. Looking for goal number 3 as first. Back on the far side, Koichi trying to get one against Gumford. Post comes off its Mornings, and Gumford's able to cover it up. Would have been a chance there for Koichi to get goal number 2 of the season. 80 seconds to go here in the second period. Faceoff will come up here to the left of Daniel Gumford. Set the take to drop is going to be Charles Schmidt. Not able to win this back as it comes out for the Ducks. Rings it up the far side to the point. Karp working in, goes off a body of one, off a body of another. Shot goes wide. May have got a piece of the iron. Once again, it was Karp. Got his own rebound 3 times and back with it. Karp fires one, tip, scores! Was that played with a high stick? Called a goal. Negates a shutout here. Puck was going high, redirected down low, and the Whalers get on the board. Here's it's 5-1. Gonna try and go back here and see who got the redirection out in front. What a tip. Very well could be goal of the season. I believe Karp did get possession, or right with that one, I think it was some friendly fire of a body out in front of a Mighty Duck. I don't think that was a Whaler. Regardless, here it counts, so we'll take a quick 1-minute break here with Karp getting his 4th goal of the season as we head into period number 3. Coming back here into startup period number 3. 5-1's your score after the Whalers were able to fire one home from Ethan Karp at the point. What a shot there. Got a tip out in front, but it wasn't a Whaler that got the tip. It was a Mighty Duck that was able to, I guess if you will, shot friendly fire. Comfort was all ready for it. Not ready for the shot down low. Here comes Claus. Shot gets bodied out in front. Never able to lift the puck. Clear, don't look at the ice. That's not going to go on net. We'll go down for icing. 20 seconds gone here in this 3rd and final period. It's going to be Spencer Claus lying out, and I just about expect to see him out more times than not here in this third and final period. And that's why the tide is going to be Doug Langford and the crew. Ryan Ray able to win this one back. Won it really well as Church is able to win the foot race. Has a chance to be an all alone against Hawk. Behind the net, taking a tumble, there was Hawk. Watch out, fires on home, goes wide. May have got a piece of Hawk as he's still down up in the corner. Right place, right time was Hawk. Up on the far side, Whaler still with it. Trying to deke around now, kicking it to himself, but just a little bit too far. Still with it now is Claus. Church ends up knocking him down to the ice. No call. Back by the net. Schroeder nearly goes face first into Gumford as it's worked up on the far side for Agire. Agire with it down low. Goes from the right to left. Trying to find a backhand pass into the slot as it comes away for Spencer Claus. Down for his fellow Claus. Shot from Claus. Gets blocked out in front and throws Schroeder down to the ice. Hawk up on the far side trying to get it over for Ryan Ray as it's out to the point. Drops down low for Ray. Has a chance now for a foot race for Woodrup. Pinching it off was Terry Seminchkin. As Ryan Ray will pick up the loose puck down deep in their own defensive zone, working it now forward for Hawk. Needing to get some fresh legs out here for the Whalers. Drops it back for Semenchkin, trying to get a one-touch feed up against Gumford. As we've seen, the one goal here against Gumford tonight got a tip out in front from one of their own Mighty Ducks. Here comes Claus. Going to be a 2-on-2. That's Hawk down low. Gives it to Hawk. Fires one. Got tipped down wide as Hawk falls down very awkwardly. Gets up slowly. Appears to be doing okay here. Major up on the far side. Trying to get it to Agire. He's up falling down in the process. Here comes Spencer Claus with Ryan Ray. Spencer Claus up the far side. Long shot goes wide as it's now down low. Ray not able to keep it in. Savannah Hall to the neutral zone. Has a couple men behind her. Ray turns it over. Here comes Alexander. Has one goal in the night. That's back in period number 1. He has 3 goals on the season. Playing that out to the neutral zone. Now Major picking it up. 7 goals on the season and not one yet here tonight. Doesn't really appear that he's been trying his hardest here to score one. Might be, in a sense, resting his legs here for this third period if need be. Baptist from the goal line. Tipped out in front. Shot. Goes on to Dodd from the far side. Got a tip. Dodd able to hold on to it. Appeared to try and go 5-hole from the far side. I believe that was Elston. Was looking to get his second goal of the night. Keeps this one out. 16-12 to go here in the third period. A 4-goal game. Shots on goal 22-13 in favor of the Ducks. Hall working up forward. Nearly got a turnover. And indeed so as here comes Baptist working up forward. Calling for it's Baptist. Centers. Puck was open in the slot for a minute as Hall was trying to clear it out. Baptist in the neutral zone. Hall not too happy about it there with what Baptist did. Goes off the referee at the blue line and back in deep. It goes to the defensive zone for the Ducks. Major chipping it down low for Baptist. Through the legs for Stroob. Baptist directing the play. Stroob at the goal line. Trying to get a center feed up on the back door. Got a stick lifted was Elston. Out to the point. Keeps it in. Church fires one on. Goes high off the back glass. Hard shot there from the blue line. Vale trying to work it out. Schroeder still with it. Shot. Goes high once again. Cohen trying to work it out. Trying to chip it out. Church keeps it in. Just escapes the blue line. Having to wait to retouch for everyone to get back in on sides. Schroeder turns it over. But not able to hold on to it was Ted Hamilton. Goes off the body of Langford and back out the other way. Going down length of the ice. Will not have the legs for an icing. Schroeder to the neutral zone. Watch up. trying to touch it forward on the far side for 24. Noah Clark has 1 goal in the season. Clark still with it for a second, but Hamilton able to clear it out to the neutral zone for Church. Gets it around 1 of Kurth. Watrup trying to work it forward past Vale. Vale able to pinch it right back the other way as the puck's pinballing through the neutral zone. No icing here, at least shouldn't be. Trying to get a centering feed on the backhand. Here's Watrup. Backhanded shot tipped out in front. Watrup still away with it. 13:57 to go here in the period. Hamilton down low, clearing it down length of the ice. No ice. Church behind his own net has Kurth applying the forecheck. Turned over at the blue line. Here's a chance now. 1-0 if they hurry. It's going to be 9 of Hauser looking for goal number 3. Church pinches him off and takes the puck away. Noah Clark all by himself down low. Had a chance to be a 2-on-1. Langford having to wait to retouch back in on sides. They just barely will. As it's down low for Watrup. Long shot, shoulder save. And Vale able to, apologies there, as that was 24 of Schmidt able to clear it out. Koichi trying to chip it forward. In a battle now against Church, Koichi will clear it up to the far side over for Hauser. Trying to get a centering feed. Here's a chance for Schmidt. Back out for Semenchkin. Time to poke and jam at it as it's going to be cleared out into the corner from Church. Goes off a body of Charles Schmidt out in front. Semenchkin not able to hold the blue line as it's out for 6 of Ethan Karp. Chipping it forward to himself as they hit the blue line. Karp with it. Down low has a man up high. It's Semenchkin out in front. Shoots saved by Gumford. Trying to do a wraparound as a puck still loses. Gumford just about had no idea where that one had went. Karp with it in his feet. Schroeder trying to clear it out. Takes a hit off a stanchion up high. Hawk fires one in. Goes off a body out in front. Koichi trying to spin around. Fire one home. Karp from a sharp angle trying to poke it home on the near side as the puck still loose 12 minutes to go in the third period. Sharp angle shot goes off a body out in front. And now we're going to take it back the other way. What a chance there for the Whalers. Goes through the body of Schmidt and down to the ice. A delayed offsides touched up, and we should be going down the length of the ice. Either that or it could be too many men. Nope, apologies here. That's going to be a delay of game. I assume. That's going to go against the Mighty Ducks. It's going to be Schroeder for the Ducks in the box. Once again, I believe I heard that was a 2-minute delay of game. Don't quote me on that, as I don't have any official record here. That's going to be delayed offsides. Here's a chance now for the Ducks, once again short-handed. That guy ends up hitting the deck. Throws a push up, and regardless. Pillhorn down the near side. Claus gets a turnover. Here's a chance now for Claus, looking for his 5th, apologies there, that being his 11th goal of the season. Cleared down length of the ice. Hawk with it to the far side corner. 90 seconds to go on the penalty to Schroeder. Work down low for Claus. That's who they're going to give it to a 99% of the time here on the power play. Here's a chance. Ray dropping on the far side. Shoots just in it wide. Best chance of the night for the Whalers. What a chance. Major going to take it behind the net. Gets a stick to it was Claus. Spinning around. Major still with it after going up against 4 blue sweaters. Down on their side. Baptist fires his man down to the ice. Not too happy about that was Hawk. Here comes Claus. Going to be a 1-on-1. Holds. Deeks loses the puck down on their side. Aguirre turns it over for Ray. Tipped on the far side, trying to get over for Hawk. Gets a stick to it, Savannah Hall, and Hall showing she is not afraid of anyone. Claw's long shot's going to be gloved and thrown to the side from Gumford. 18 to go here in the penalty to Schroeder. Major with it behind the net. Playing it up the far sides. Turned over, trying to get a tip in out in front from Ryan Ray as it's over for Claus. Backhanding out into the slot. Ends up finding a green sweater. It's Major, and we're back to 5-on-5. Tripped up, and we're going to have a call here against the Whalers. That's going to go up against Claus. That's going to be 33 of Josh Claus. Clock will stop here. 9:02. As Josh Claus makes his way to the Bucks for a tripping call. Now here's a chance for the Ducks to just blow this thing wide open. 9 minutes to go here in this period. 5-1's your score. The Whalers have given up a shorthanded goal so far on the night. Will they be able to get one for themselves? Schroeder from the blue line. Shot saved out in front. Comes down low for Strube. Trying to fire one on, but got a stick to it was Hamilton. Back checking there is Strube. Tipped out in front. Dodd just able to hold that one on. Covers this one up. 8:40 to go here in this third period. Or if you want to go get it, that's fine too. We got just over 15 minutes if you want to go when they zoom like after this game. You can take right at the end of it. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and go now. So hopefully we can be 8 before you get back, right? Oh, I forgot I'm going to have to do camera. Oopsies. 1 minute to go here on the penalty, and here's a chance for the Whalers to get that short-handed goal as I was talking about. Behind the net, it goes for Vale. Between him and Spencer Claus will be the ones to do it. Give me 3 burgers. If I don't eat it, I'll eat it later. Okay. It's my money anyway. I'm hungry. Back down into the offensive zone here for the men on the power play. 30 seconds to go. Trying to clear it out to the point. Church winds up, fakes a slap shot, comes down low for Schroeder. Nearly a breakaway opportunity there from Hamilton. No, you don't. You can get whatever you want. To the neutral zone. Church turns over. Here's Hamilton with 10 seconds to go. Up in the corner goes with Schroeder. Trying to lift his stick was Hamilton. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here as Claus trying to make his way back onto the ice. Tripped up. There's going to be a call. That should be against Hamilton or Terry Semenchkin. 6:50 is when that's going to be called against Terry Semenchkin. Right after coming off the break. What a turn of events that was. Ending a 2-minute penalty against Claus. Wow. Puck's dropped. Able to win it back are the Whalers to the point. Major. Another man ends up hitting the deck. That was a watch up. Major coming in. Fires one on. Stick down and held on to. Trying to get on the back door was Baptist. Apologies there. Thought I started the clock. 6:34 to go in the period. Another offensive zone faceoff here for the Ducks. Puck's dropped to the point. Pillhorn skating in, trying to get a tip out in front. That's going to be covered up by Dodd. The more times Dodd's able to hold on to the puck, the longer of a chance we have to kill the penalty if you're the Whalers. Any time at all wasted is valuable time here for the men on the penalty kill. Comes down for Major from the blue line. Gonna pump it down into the corner. Ducks not able to hold on to it as Watchup's gonna have to come back for it. To the point. Major. Backhands. Hold on to it was Pillhorn. Trying to get a tip wide. As a man down low on the near side. Watchup. That's who he'll give it to. Sharp angle shot. Goes off the right pad of Jack Dodd. Back up high. Goes for Pillhorn. Spinning around. Here comes Savannah Hall. Has one to beat. It's Major. Hall in all alone. Fires one home. Just sent it wide. Major giving her the lane to shoot. Major. Cross ice feed. Got a tip to it. Was 24 of Clark. Apologies there. That was 34 of Clark. As it's down low in the near side corner. 5 minutes to go in the period. And Major chipping it up the far side for 24 of Clark. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. And we've gone more than 2 seconds without another tripping call. Down low. Watch up. Shot goes off the right post and stays out. Just a game of millimeters, if you will. As that easily could have made it 6-1. Major drops it down low. Sharp angle shot from Watchup. Just able to go underneath the elbow of Dodd. As he'll keep this one out with 4:20 to go here in the period. Face-off going to be coming here into the attacking zone once again here for the Ducks. Schroeder trying to fire one on, instead whiffs on it as Hamilton trying to clear it out. Schroeder able to keep it in at the point. A lot of back and forth we've seen here. That's going to be played in for offsides. Church through the neutral zone, going to ring it in. Carp able to pick up the loose change right from the right hash marks. There's a chance now for Hamilton. Got to stick to it, but couldn't keep it on it. As Hamilton so far in the night appears to need some more grippy substance on his stick. Some spider tack, if you will. As here comes Koichi. Fires one on, just in it wide. A hard shot nearly got past Daniel Gumford. As we see Tom Adgeir hitting a banana peel in open ice. Must have been a rut there for the 33-man of the Ducks. Vail able to pick up the loose change. Would have been a breakaway opportunity there for the Ducks. Instead, he'll play that one in offsides. 2:47 to go here in the third period. Once again, we're going to have game number 2 coming up here in just a handful of moments. That game's going to be between the Guppies and the Zomponis. We'll have about a 30-minute break here. Or not 30-minute, closer to about 20-25. Vail out in front, trying to get a tip from Ray. Just able to get a piece up was Gumford. Here comes Spencer Claus. Drops it down low for Claus. Holds, shot. Blocked out in front from a fellow man. As it comes down low for Ryan Ray, trying to chip it forward. As it's now out for Vail. Vail throws one on down to the corner. As I was mentioning a handful of minutes ago, have 2 more days of being a senior at NC State. One of the reasons why we haven't seen much action, that being last season. That's been covered up from Gumford. So we'll get a timeout here. 1:40 to go in the third. As I was mentioning, got 2 more days of classes at NC State. I'm in my senior year. My last senior semester at that. Graduation December 12th and 13th. Any games after that, I will be my bachelor's in sports management with a minor in history. Shoot, scores! Goes over the right shoulder of Gumford. Claus gets this one, and that's not Spencer. It's Josh Claus getting his 5th goal of the season. Goes right over the blocker with under a minute to go here in the period. Makes this a 5-2 game just like that. Whalers brings it back to within 3 for the first time since period number 2. Major away with it. 30 seconds to go in the period. That's going to be cleared up on the far side. And cleared down length of the ice. That's going to go for icing. And that should just about do it here for game number 1. Well, 10 seconds now. Puck's dropped with 3. Claus trying to get a shot off. Gonna take a quick shot there. Whistle blows, and that will do it. Final score here in game number 1 between the Whalers and the Mighty Ducks. 5-2 is your score in favor of the Ducks, and they remain undefeated, going 9-0. As for the Whalers, they fall to 4-5. Coming up in game number 2, it's going to be the Guppies and the Zomponis. Once again, final score 5-2 in favor of the Mighty Ducks.